Good morning, everyone. Tarot with Lyra Moon back with you with another pick a card reading for today, May 30th. So, we're going to jump into a fun one today, looking at our superpowers, our biggest strengths, and what makes us essentially really awesome, right? All right, so jumping in, let's start with card number one. Ooh. For those of you that picked card number one, we have the Death card. Now, don't be intimidated or freaked out because this is probably my skill as well as probably my superpower. This means that you guys are in a select group of people who are really able to see a problem or see an issue within your life and erode it, right? Decay it, break it down, transform it, and let it go. Now, this is a really hard task. Not only is it a hard one to learn through a series of deaths and a series of transformative moments, but it's also a very, very difficult path to walk because it means that you are constantly transforming and constantly revitalizing who you are. This is very, very heavily ruled by Pluto. You have that Pluto energy that is able to break things down, decay them, rot them, so that new growth, new possibilities can come up from those ashes. So, very important skill set. How we utilize this in day-to-day life, we make decisions that are better for our higher self. At least we try to, in one sense, where we are constantly aware of, the heaviness of, if we make the wrong choice, if we take the road more traveled, then we're going to find that it's a lot harder to feel comfortable and content within our own reality. So this is a hard lesson. It is a hard gift. It is a very intense one and a very purposeful one, which means that you are likely a person that is able to detach your emotions, which at times is a really positive thing, which means that you make more logical decisions than emotional based ones. You're less reactive than, say more reactive to any given emotion or situation that's kind of thrown into your lap. So you have more of a propensity to tackle the problems head on instead of running from them. So this would be like, I would think of this type of archetype, this type of person, whoever you are watching, as the character in a video game who charges right at the bad guy. No F's given. You're gonna go tackle that boss. There is no stopping you. There is no, holding you back. Fear is not an issue in your equation because you have dealt through so much intense fear. They had to learn how to break through it because if you didn't, you'd be still stuck back there. So beautiful, wonderful, amazing, and just incredible skill to have. Superpower off the charts. All right, guys, moving on to card number two. For those of you that picked card number two, we have the Emperor. Is it the Emperor? No. I lied. It is the King of Wands. Okay, still a very incredible strong energy to have here because we have this very intense leadership role. And this is, Aries, this is Leo and Sagittarius energy. We're coming up on the Sagittarius full moon here on, the 3rd of June. So we're feeling this adventurous energy. This superpower allows you to continually renew your drive. What it is that you see, you go for it. There's nothing that's going to stop you or hold you back. If you need to initiate, and I mean more specifically, if you need to start a war because you see something that needs to be rectified or changed or broken down so that it can be rebuilt, you are not going to be limited by any emotional setbacks or anything that's going to hold you back ultimately and tell you can't do that. You're going to go forward, leaving the emotions at the door because you see that something needs to be changed and something needs to be made right. This is also screaming to your strengths as a leader. Lots of intense leadership roles when it comes to the King of Wands. So we're talking about the ability to really lead people, but lead them in a way that is positive. I mean, it can be a more negative trait if you find that but you've more come from that where you've had to learn what it means to be a bad leader at times in your life and what it feels like to be that bad leader in order for you to kind of evolve from that and grow to be a more positive leader that people can respond to. Because that's the thing about leadership, is that when you're taking that active role, you have to make sure that the people that you're trying to change or form are able to understand you in a way that is receptive to them. So that's a leadership skill all onto itself. This is also, I feel very strongly pointing to the sacral chakra here, where we are talking about the ability to renew our energy within the desires that we want out in the real world. So we're kind of able to regenerate here what it is that we want and not be held back by lack of motivation or sluggishness or laziness. We more jump in and we just keep on keeping on. There's not, there's no taking a battery out of you, right? You're just gonna keep moving forward and keep making that shit happen. It's not gonna stop. Nothing's gonna stop you. So those are the strengths that I'm seeing for those of you that picked card number 2. All right, and strengths for card number 3. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and do a little general reading after this for today. For those of you that picked card number 3, we have the Tower. Now this is just as important as the Death card, because this strength allows you to see the breaks and the lies and the cracks in the glass and the pavement of a structure that is crap and needs to come down. You're not about to look at something and just decide to walk away from it when you see that there's a problem. Like you see that, this building is not on solid foundation, and you can see through that, which means that you can not only see through a situation, but you can see through people's lies, you can see through what they want, you can see through to the end result of things very clearly. This is also that Mars, Uranus energy, where we have this intense buildup of seeing things clearly and needing to burn them down, because sometimes we have to do that. It is all of these cards are challenging, because it means that a lot of conflict had to arise between them all in order to be able to have these types of skills. So all of these archetypes, very necessary. I'm anal about this apparently, but when it comes to the Tower, we are talking about this ornate understanding. It's almost like a frequency that you pick up in other people or in a situation, in a structure, in a dynamic where you see where things are not correct. So you, being the fixer, you are going to do everything in your power to try to eliminate the issue or patch up the holes in the pavement and throw some more cement on there, fix the foundation, right? You are that type of individual. So anytime you are thrown into a situation where you're like unable to fully fix the problem, it becomes really, really frustrating, because you're not the only one, usually that's brought this situation to where it's at. You and other people have made this where it is, and it's really frustrating for you, because at times you're like, why the hell aren't you seeing what I'm seeing? And you have to understand that this is a very rare gift. It means that, the other people that don't see it haven't learned the lessons that you had to learn in order to see what you can see. So there needs to be patience as, you either fix or let the tower explode and fall, in the other people that are around you, as well as in yourself, because it is a tough job to be the one to clear the path. All right, all of these cards together, this shows me that today is a day of leadership, of rebuilding, of burning some crap down that is totally in our way, bogging the road, and therefore allowing us to clear a space. You are determined AF today, all of y'all. We are super determined. We want to get things done. We want to get things started. It's time to initiate. We're feeling all this active energy with the Sagittarius full moon coming in a couple of days, which is making us want to be more adventurous and more, exploring our surroundings more, becoming more a part of the world. And then in the Gemini element, we also have this energy of wanting to, Sagittarius sees the goal, right? The end goal, the end results, while Gemini allows us to see the details that get us to that end result. So utilize this energy really well. You might be feeling like journaling. You might be feeling you know, a little more detached from your emotions, which is fine because sometimes we need to use our more logical sides in order to create real change. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will be doing more fun ones for you this week, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.